What's going on, y'all? Mickey Leon here. So today I'm gonna talk to y'all about GLP-1s, right? I've seen a lot of discussion about GLP-1s and people talking about whether you should take them or whether you should not. So I'm gonna just talk to y'all about my experience with it. Again, this is me, can't talk for nobody else, right? So I'm taking Mounjaro, and this is a 15 milligram dose. And so it's a pretty high dose, right? I've been taking it for a while. I started off taking Trulicity. And so just so you know, I'm a diabetic. I was diagnosed in 2018. So I don't take this for weight loss. I take it for diabetes management. Weight loss is just a side effect of it, right? Started out taking Trulicity, which is another injectable for diabetes, but it doesn't have the weight loss properties that Mounjaro, Ozempic, and all those have. It's got a little bit, but not like this. So I take it. I've been taking it for a little while now, up to this dosage, like I said. And so it works for me. You know, it helps to keep my diabetes under control. It helps to bring my numbers down. Now, there are some side effects that I experience from it. Going up into different doses does kind of, you know, bring some different side effects. So this is just me. I can't speak for anybody else. Some of the things that happen, especially as I step up, is there are days where I just don't want to eat. I mean, I eat because I need to, but there are literally days where I'll look at food and it'll make me sick. Like just even thinking about eating it will make me sick, right? So that is some of the effects, you know, and they tend to happen in the beginning. You take these weekly, so, you know, there's a few days of adjustment as you get used to the different doses. And I've been on this dose for a couple weeks, well, a couple of months, because it's a 4-box. It's 4 pens in a box. Let me show y'all. So like, for those of y'all that are not familiar with it, it's 4 pens in a box. It's 3 in there. I got 1 in my hand. So, but yeah, early on in it, sometimes I just don't want to eat. Or, you know, I'll be fine, I'll eat, and then depending on if you eat the wrong stuff, you know, you're gonna have a reaction. Or at least I do. You know, it just depends on honestly what it is. Try not to eat too much greasy food. I mean, the idea behind it is that your eating is gonna improve. None of the weight loss stuff is gonna happen at the level that people want it to happen if you don't change your habits. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So there's that. For me, I noticed that there are some emotional side effects too. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but you know, especially once I started the higher dosage, I felt like maybe in the beginning, sometimes I was having these different feelings. It's like emotions kind of all over the place. Like, you know, you might be just mad for no reason. You can't figure out why. Sad, you know, feeling whatever. And I started to like kind of map it. And I was able to correlate it with when I was starting the medicine on the higher doses. So now it still happens a little bit, not all the time. But since I've been on this particular dose for a longer period of time, it doesn't quite happen as much. So some other side effects, right, might be like pain at the injection site. So sometimes I have that, but it's, you know, it's only temporary. You have to be mindful of how you inject it. Like you can see on the box, they tell you where to inject it. Like you can, you know, inject it here. You can inject it like here. Most people do like right here. But you can also do like your thighs. So for me, I've noticed it works better for me if I inject it in my thigh, really and truly like my left thigh. My right side, I don't feel like, I think I probably have little circulation issues, I don't know. But I don't feel like I get the full impact on my right side. So if you know, like on your body, like if you have circulation issues or if you have something, you know, going on where one side kind of responds better to the other than the other, that's probably what I would say do. Again, I'm just talking about my personal experience, not trying to give y'all medical advice. I'm telling you like how it works for me. So, but when I do it on my left thigh is when I can tell it works better. And so you're probably wondering like, well, how do I know? I know because of the way I feel, and I know because of the way my numbers respond, right? So like I have the Dexcom unit right there. And so I'm able to track my numbers on my phone and see how they respond and how quickly. So That's how I'm able to tell. When I do it over here or like that, I don't feel like I get the same type of response. So the weight loss thing, right? So it's definitely a side effect, a good side effect, but like anything, your habits have to be right. So this is not a situation where you can take this medicine, continue to eat crap, not exercise and everything, and then lose a bunch of weight. And I feel like when people are complaining about not losing weight on these medications, it's because that's exactly what you're doing. There is no scenario in the world where you can continue to have bad habits and take some miracle drug and lose weight and maintain it and all of that. It just don't work like that. Like, you have to do the work. You have to. So if you're not going to do the work, it doesn't matter what you do. So, if you're looking to take this for weight loss, but you don't want to change your habits and what you're doing, don't waste your time. Don't subject yourself to unnecessary side effects and medication, because it's not going to work for you. You're not going to be happy. So I think my highest weight that I remember, I was like 320, 330, something like that. When I when I saw that, it was one of them like go in the bathroom and cry situations, because it's like, how did I get to this point? But now I'm at like 280. I'm on this fat to fit journey. So I've been smaller than what I am now, and I'm getting back to working that. But this, it helps. It does help. It helps. And the Dexcom helps too, because I can see in real time, like, what different food is doing to my body and everything like that. So currently I'm not taking insulin either. So it's just this. The only time I'll take insulin is if like my numbers for some reason just shoot up and I can't get it to come down. Then, the doctor has me taking, a couple units of insulin, but that hasn't really been something that I've had to worry about. My A1C, it's a little higher right now because I wasn't working out. I think I'm at like 6.9 or my last checkup, but the highest that I've been has been like 12 or 13. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. One of my friends, Janelle Simmons on Facebook, the Curvy Doc, she had made a comment or asked people about, why are people so mad at like GLP-1s? And so, that kind of inspired me to do this. I'm trying to be more transparent with like my journey, and hopefully if it helps somebody, it helps somebody. But that's pretty much it. So, if y'all got any questions about it further, just ask me. If there's like some other kind of video or something that you want to see that might help you, feel free to ask me. I don't mind sharing, because this is life. I'm trying to get off of all of this, but this is a tool to help me get in that, help me get in that direction. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you.